Ocean Cay may look like another beautiful cruise line's private island, but once the sun goes down, it becomes a completely different experience. We spent a day and a half here, walked the beaches, explored the island, checked out the food, the bars, activities, and transportation. We visited the exclusive Yacht Club area and then headed back ashore to see what really happens after dark. So, is Ocean Cay one of the best private islands in the Bahamas? And is an overnight stop the secret to experiencing it properly? Stay tuned to find out. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Travel Flirts channel. Today we're stepping off the MSC Seaside and onto Ocean Cay, MSC's private island in the Bahamas. Now, Ocean Cay has been covered many times, so this isn't simply going to be another long walk around the island sort of video. We're going to show you what the experience actually feels like, what you'll find when you arrive, how easy it is to get around, what there is to eat and drink, and whether you really need to book an excursion to enjoy yourself. We'll also briefly show you what the Yacht Club adds to the experience at Ocean House. Most importantly though, because our ship remained here overnight, we'll take you back ashore after sunset for the lighthouse show, music and nighttime beach atmosphere. And as always, we'll give you our honest pros, cons and final verdict at the end. One of the first advantages of Ocean Cay is that the ship docks directly at the island. There's no tender, no complicated journey before your beach day can begin. You simply walk off the ship and follow the pier into the ocean village. This is the island's main arrival area, where you'll find information, shopping, excursion assistance and directions to all the different beaches. Ocean Cay is larger than it first appears. You absolutely can explore it on foot, and walking is one of the best ways to appreciate its natural scenery. But the distances soon add up, especially in the midday heat. Complimentary island transportation operates around the main areas, although waiting times and routes can vary. Yacht Club guests have their own transportation to Ocean House, which we'll show you later. The most useful thing you can do when you arrive is take a quick photograph of the island map. That makes it much easier to identify the beaches, food locations, bars and transportation stops as you explore the island. As you move away from the arrival area, the island begins to feel far more open and peaceful. There are long stretches of pale sand, vivid blue water and relatively low-key landscaping. Ocean Cay doesn't feel like a theme park with a beach attached. Its appeal is much more about space, water and natural beauty. There are several beach areas and they don't all offer exactly the same experience. Some are closer to the main facilities and naturally attract more people. Others require a little bit more walking but can feel much quieter. The single most important thing you need to know is this: don't automatically stop at the first patch of sand you see. If convenience matters most, staying close to Ocean Village, a food outlet, bar or transportation stop makes perfect sense. But if you want more space and a calmer atmosphere, it is worth walking perhaps a little further before choosing your base for the day. We enjoy taking our time and following the shoreline rather than racing towards one specific attraction. There are plenty of viewpoints where the lighthouse, ship and water come together beautifully, and the island is extremely photogenic without needing much effort. Beach lounges are available, while umbrellas and cabanas may involve an additional charge depending on what you select. Availability can also change as the island becomes busier, so if shade is important to you, come ashore earlier rather than leaving it until the middle of the day. Restrooms and basic facilities are located around the island, but it is still sensible to consider how far you want to be from food, drinks and transportation before settling down. For us, exploring was a big part of the appeal. The quieter areas felt relaxed and unhurried, while the livelier beaches offered easier access to amenities. There isn't one universally sort of perfect beach. It really depends on the kind of day that you want. Although Ocean Cay is designed to be explored, you don't have to spend the entire day walking. Island transportation connects the main areas and you can be particularly useful for anybody with limited mobility, families carrying beach equipment, or guests simply trying to escape the strongest part of the afternoon heat. The golf cart journey to the Ocean House gave us a good look at the scale of the island. It also showed us how quickly the atmosphere can change as you travelled away from the busiest sections. Back around Ocean Village, you'll find Ocean Cay souvenirs, MSC branded merchandise, beach essentials, and Bahamian arts and crafts. So if you want to get a keepsake or have managed to forget something useful such as a reef-safe sunscreen, this is the best area to browse. Wi-Fi is also available for guests with a suitable onboard internet package, although the strength can naturally vary depending on where you are. There are also medical facilities and accessible provisions on the island, including beach wheelchairs on request. Another main advantage is that you can return to the ship while it remains docked. You aren't trapped ashore for the whole day. You can enjoy the beach, head back on board to cool down, change or eat, and then return later. That flexibility becomes particularly valuable on an overnight visit. If relaxing on the sand isn't enough, Ocean Cay offers a good selection of water-based activities and excursions. Depending on your sailing and the conditions, options can include snorkeling, kayaking, paddleboarding, windsurfing, and boat trips. Equipment and excursions can be reserved before the cruise, on board, or at the activity locations on the island, although popular choices may sell out. There are also scheduled beach activities, live music, and family entertainment, with the exact program shown in the daily schedule. But do you actually need to spend extra money here? Honestly, no. If you want to have a very enjoyable day at Ocean Cay, you don't need to spend a penny extra. The beaches, swimming, walking, and general island atmosphere are enough to fill several hours. An excursion makes sense if there's a particular activity you generally want to try, but Ocean Cay is one of those destinations where doing less can be the whole point. Our advice would be check the excursion list before sailing. Choose one only if it adds something meaningful for you, and avoid filling every minute. Leave yourself time to simply explore. We didn't photograph every plate we ate, so this isn't going to pretend to be a complete food review. But here is what you need to know. The main complimentary option is Seeker's Food Court, a casual barbecue-style buffet with familiar choices such as burgers, salad, and grab-and-go items. Complimentary food trucks are also positioned around the island, while some premium items may carry an extra charge, say a lobster roll for instance. There are bars spread across Ocean Cay, including the popular Lighthouse bar, and complimentary water is available at the bars, the buffet, and water stations. If you have a drinks package, thankfully, it covers the island. So you can stroll the island and you can stop at any of the bars and you can pick yourself up a nice little fruity cocktail, something refreshing and cool as you make your way around, and it's all included. There's no extras for that. Now, our food experience was perfectly adequate for a beach day, but it wasn't the main reason we visited Ocean Cay. The setting, the water, and nighttime atmosphere are the stars here. Just a little tip here, if you have important allergy requirements, MSC does advise using the facilities on board the ship, where it's better equipped to accommodate individual needs. Because the ship is only a short walk away, returning on board for lunch remains a very practical alternative. As MSC Yacht Club guests, we also had access to Ocean House, the private yacht club area on Ocean Cay. Transportation collects yacht club guests and takes them across the island by golf cart. And apart from being convenient, the ride really gives you a lovely overview of different beaches and just how spread out Ocean Cay really is. Ocean House offers a quieter, more exclusive base with a dedicated restaurant, bar service, and private beach area. Having the transportation, food, and drinks organised in one place removes much of the practical planning from the day. The main benefit wasn't a huge list of flashy extras. It was the ease, there was no searching for somewhere to sit, less walking in the heat, and there was such attentive service and a peaceful place to relax. That said, Ocean Cay itself is not reserved for yacht club passengers. The general beaches are beautiful, there is complimentary food available, and you can have an excellent day without access to Ocean House. So, Does Ocean House improve the experience? Well, yes, particularly if you value privacy, service, and convenience. But it doesn't mean by any means that everyone else is receiving a lesser version of the island. It is simply an upgrade to the day, and it's by no means the only way to enjoy it. By late afternoon, many private island visits would be coming to an end. Guests would be packing up, the final call would be approaching, and the ship would soon be sailing away. But this is where our Ocean Cay experience became different. Because MSC Seaside was staying overnight, there was no rush to squeeze everything into a few daylight hours. We could return to the ship, freshen up, and then walk back ashore as the temperature dropped and the island lights began to appear. Just to be clear, an overnight stop doesn't mean you sleep on the island, although I wish we could. Your cabin remains on the ship, which is still docked at the pier, but you have the freedom to move between the ship and Ocean Cay while the gangway is open. Now, there was a curfew at 11:30, so you did have to be back on board for that. But even so, in between that time, you can come and go and enjoy the island as much as you like. Now, as the daylight faded, Ocean Cay felt calmer at first. The heat had softened, the paths were all lighting up, and the lighthouse became like the focal point of the entire island. You could hear like the music starting, and there were people gathering on the beach. Then the drinks appeared, and the atmosphere became much livelier. This wasn't like an enormous nightclub style party. It still felt like super relaxed and unmistakably like a beach evening. But there was enough energy from like the DJ and the music and the illuminated lighthouse to make it feel like super special. You can dance, you could sit with a drink, walk along the shoreline, or simply just look back at the ship glowing across the water. It's quite spectacular. And it's not really something you get to do very often, with your toes in the sand, looking at your ship completely illuminated at night time. It is spectacular. You have to do it. The evening centerpiece is the lighthouse LED show. The lighthouse changes color in time with music, creating a bright focal point that can be seen across the beach. It isn't a long theme park spectacular, and it doesn't need to be. Against the dark sky with the sea beside you and the ship in the distance, it provides a memorable finish to the evening. If your itinerary includes a late night or overnight call, check the daily schedule and make time to come back ashore. Even if you have spent the entire day on the island, the atmosphere after sunset feels so different. It's definitely enough to justify another visit. So, before we give you our final verdict, here are the honest pros and cons. The biggest positives are the beautiful water, the amount of beach space, the ability to walk directly from the ship, and the freedom to make the day as active or as relaxed as you want. You don't need an expensive excursion to enjoy Ocean Cay, and being able to return to the ship is a major advantage. If your itinerary stays after sunset, the lighthouse show and beach atmosphere adds something that is so different and so amazing. Ocean House also makes the day exceptionally easy for Yacht Club guests, particularly if private space and attentive service matters to you. On the other hand, the island is bigger and more exposed than some guests may expect. Walking can quickly become tiring in the heat, shade isn't guaranteed everywhere, and transportation may involve a wait at busy times. The food is functional rather than headline attraction, and additional activities, cabanas, umbrellas, or premium food choices can increase the cost of what initially appears to be a completely included beach day. None of those things ruin the experience for us, but they are worth knowing before you step on shore. So, would we return to Ocean Cay? Well, absolutely, 100%. The island is beautiful during the day, easy to explore and flexible enough to suit both active guests and those who simply want a lounger or a hammock besides clear blue water. But for us, the overnight stop is what elevated the experience. Having time to explore without constantly watching the clock, return to the ship, and then come back for the music, lighthouse show, and nighttime beach atmosphere made the Ocean Cay feel far more memorable than a standard private island visit. Hopefully this video has helped you decide how you would like to spend your own visit at Ocean Cay. If it has, give us a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the Travel Flirts channel, and let us know in the comments, would you prefer Ocean Cay during the day or after dark? Thanks so much for coming along with us, and we'll see you on the next one.